Peter's in the way. Hello, Peter. What can we do for you on this fine day?
Okay, I have a problem. I have a daughter, and she loves to be online, and I'm trying to limit her time online.
Aren't we all?
So I can set up so that I can limit her time on one computer, but she gets off of one computer and goes and gets on another computer in the house. Is there a way that I can set up the network so that she can only get on a certain time during the day?
How old is your daughter?
Well, she's 20, but
she's 20.
Yeah, more like a 15-year-old.
She's
so.
20.
Yeah.
Well, that's an interesting question because I usually recommend people use a program called Cyber Patrol. This is software that goes on your computer and it allows you to. It's a internet filtering, of course, but it also allows you to schedule when the internet is on and off. But that's
right.
Per computer. I guess you could get it on every computer. But you want to do it for the whole network. I've got an idea for you. Now, this is not cheap.
Okay.
If you want to do it cheap, you can, but you'd have to roll your own Linux box router, blah blah blah. There are some routers, and actually there are some routers that have this capability built in. So that might be the best way to go is to get a router that has a scheduler. And there is even one router, I don't recommend it, it's a little expensive, that has an on-off button that you just kind of turn off the internet. But what I'd like to see, and I'm sure you would, is some finer control where you say, well, after a certain hour the internet is shut down, but there are also hours for Messenger, there are hours, so you have a little bit more control over it. I'll tell you what I use, and it's not cheap, but it is a great solution. It's called the iBoss, and it's from iPhantom.com. Now, disclaimer, they're an advertiser on my radio show. In fact, that's how I found out about them. I'd been talking to them for a long time because I liked the idea. iPhantom is a box, not very big. You can see it's just it's about the size of a deck of cards. It sits on the internet, and the iPhantom's a security device, but this is the new one, the iBoss. And what it does, and I use it at home, and it's really great. I have a 13-year-old and an 11-year-old. What it does is you get to go in and you get to set what's called an internet sleep time, that it goes to sleep, and no internet access is available. But you can also say, and it filters websites. You can also say no IMing, but except for these hours. It gives you.
You limit it to one person, or is it network wide?
It's network wide, and that could be a problem. It is not even computer specific. It is network wide. Now you could put this device on a single computer. And have it just affect that computer. But you said you have more. She'll just go to another computer. So you do need something that's network-wide.
Right. But I was almost thinking of setting up a server and trying to set it up that way.
Yeah, you could do it with something like Smoothwall. You could set up rules. Now, Smoothwall is, you have to be pretty sophisticated. Are you a long-time geek?
Yeah, sort of.
Right.
I can do pretty good, but setting up a server, I'm not even sure if I could do that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'd only recommend this to the geekified, but this will do it. This is a program called Smoothwall that is It's a Linux firewall box. Gives you absolute control of everything, including you can set things like this logon can only go to this place and that kind of thing.
Right.
So if you want,
that's what I'm looking for because the problem is she'll stay up all night, and I got to get her so off. I have to limit her time.
Yeah, no, that's not right. And so what I do, that's exactly what I do. At 10 o'clock, now, by the way, with the iBoss I do this. This is not cheap, $90 a month, $90 for the device, and it's like $5 a month, I think. So it's not, but it's cheaper than buying if you had to buy Cyber Patrol for 4 computers, that'd be more expensive. So I guess it's all relative. The thing about the iBoss is it has an internet sleep time. Okay, and at which point the internet is not available, but if you know the password, you can get in.
Okay.
So it would block her off, but then if you say, well, yeah, but I want to get online, you can get in.
Well, that's perfect.
Yeah.
It's worth it for that then.
Yeah, I think this is a brilliant product, and I wish it weren't so expensive. $90 is a lot to plunk down. On the other hand, it's the best way to do this because kids are smart. 20-year-old, software she's going to be able to get around. You go to there are websites that say, oh, here's how you disable Cyber Patrol.
Right.
So if
she's already done that. I've already set it up with the router where you can limit times on the router.
Oh, and
she's already been able to get past that.
Oh, all right. Well, then you want this. This she can't get around unless she figures out your password. So use a good password. She will not be able to get around this unless she physically goes in and removes it from the network.
I don't think she'll do that.
Well, you can always put it in a lockbox. Lock it
up in a closet, right?
Yeah, hook it up in your closet. I think this. I have to say, I've tried a lot of solutions. This is the first one that's worked for my family. iPhantom.com. And again, the disclaimer: they sponsor my radio show, but they do that because they show me the product, and I said, guys, I have to advertise this because this is what people are looking for. Look at Peter. It's one device, size of about a deck of cards. You put it on your network. Your whole network is filtered. It's a lifesaver for me because I can say, for instance, it blocks sites. It blocked MySpace, and my daughter said, but all my friends are on MySpace, so I can unblock just that site.
Right.
It says